What's going on? You know who the fuck it is. It is I, Sean Ray. Today it's going to be a very special show because we're going to get into your future timelines, right? We know there's variable timelines, but you're going to be on one of them consciously. Your consciousness is going to be on one of them. You're going to experience one of them. Although you can safely say that there's other aspects of you that are experiencing every kind. So if you was ever at a street and you turned left, there's a version of you that did turn right, and a whole series of other shit happened because of that, right? One viewer in here, speak up. How you doing there? But so today, I want to keep the emphasis as far as the reading aspect of this particular show on the future. So if you want to explore, if you want to see what the fuck is going to happen as far as what timeline you are on when it comes to your love life or a love situation, a specific situation, your finances, your career, or whatever else. I mean, there's not really many categories, right? There's health. Nobody really asks about health. And I always preface that, of course, too, also with I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Okay. But yeah, we're going to get into that. I'm just letting people kind of letting the algorithm do what the fuck it's supposed to do and let people know, hey, daddy's in the building. But while we sit here and kind of just wait, okay, and you sit here and just stare at me, I might as well make use of the time. We have a very, very special, if you didn't know, autumn's coming up, right? Now, you will notice that all the elites, most magicians worth their weight in salt take advantage of at least a few of the equinoxes and the solstices, right? So we have fall coming up. Unfortunately, I am holding back my tears. I refuse to let go of summer because I know what it means. Shit. It better be a hot fucking summer. I mean, a hot winter. That's what I know. But so on September 22nd, there is a ritual that's coming up. All right. And we have the 2025 autumn equinox. This is mine reception ritual because it occurred to me, and because I've seen it in myself and I see it in a lot of other people. We didn't focus enough on one of the most important parts, which is reception. You know, a lot of people have a hard time receiving shit. There's a lot of people, even if you try and quote unquote bless them or give them something, they don't want it. No, you know. Now, maybe it's because, once again, that could be past bullshit, past programming, because maybe somebody offered them something and then held it over their head, or who knows, you know. But I've made a conscious effort to, when, you know, this matrix, when the simulation, when the program, you know, drops something into my lap and shit, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it and I'm going to be grateful for it, unless I feel that it's not cool, you know. And then, but so that's this ritual. It has like three components. Okay. There is the sorcery, the spell casting aspect of it. Okay. Which is going to be me for you. All right. I'm going to be doing the heavy lifting on this one, although you will have a little something on your end to do, because I really think that proactivity when it comes to stuff like this, because I want to see you win. I want to see you crack past your fucking ceiling. And the way that you crack past your ceiling, number one, is to know who the fuck you are. Number two, know that you already cracked past your ceiling, to be honest with you. And number three is to learn how to like resolve, but at the same time receive. Because as soon as you resolve whatever was in the way, you receive. Shit just literally pops up somehow, some way. You cannot stop it, you know? So that ritual is going down. In the description box of this video, you can find out exactly how, all right, to join this ritual. But there are some things besides the sorcery aspect. Like I said, there's the somatic, right? There is your nervous system, schmervous system. There's been a lot more talk about the ins and outs that go on in your meat suit that definitely affect the sim, okay? 3D reality, if you will, all right? So when you feel your survival is threatened, everything within you is going to make sure that you, to the best of its ability, that you are safe and that you will continue to live. All right. So what most people don't understand is something new could include a big ass lump sum of money, another life change that could significantly and dramatically, alter your timeline and that of those maybe after you. So, we deal with all of that. All right. And this is what it looks like once you get through with that. Number one, you are going to notice that you notice shit that you didn't notice before about yourself. You're going to notice certain motivations, certain things. They're going to come up because it's coming up. It's like, are you sure? Do we want this or not? Or is this really useful? Or why are we going after this still again? That type of thing. But rest assured, when you get through with this ritual, like I said, you're going to noticing. Then the other thing, these are just subtle things, right? I'm not going to try and put a limit on what you're going to experience afterwards because it's going to be crazy. You're going to notice also, too, that you just start doing certain things that you were procrastinating on, that you were, maybe even stressing on. And all of a sudden now it's just like, it's just something you do. It's just something you do, So that's what it is. But anyways, like I said, all this is going down on the 22nd. So there's about like maybe 36 to 40 hours left to join. So I would implore you, if you are ready, because this is from this point forward, you're going to see it's like you're walking on water. I didn't say you're not going to have challenges. You're supposed to be challenged, but you're not going to be fazed by the challenges like you were before or all throughout your life. And I guarantee you that you will be liberated, and you're going to be liberated in such a way that you don't need outside shit to validate you first. See, that's where a lot of people get it wrong, is they keep looking outside everywhere. And really that's like me taking a picture and showing you, hoping that you give me a compliment or some shit. Like I'm thirsty for your validation, right? Most people are thirsty for the simulation validation that whatever you just casted or whatever idea you just had, oh yeah, it worked, But the mark of a master is to not even fucking need that shit. And coincidentally and paradoxically, that's when the shit ends up just popping off, So all this is available to you on the other side of the door being the ritual that you enter. So, all right. Well, it's so busy in here. I don't know how to keep up. All right. You guys, one at a time, please. Not everybody at once. All right. Please. Jesus. There's only one me. But yes, today we're going to get into this. I want to concentrate, even though there is technically no future. This reading shit is only cool here on this third dimensional. Other than that, there's no other fucking reason for it. So we're tapping into code. We're tapping into code. But let's see here what we got. I'm going to do an example too. Even the psychic hors d'oeuvres could be future related here. Okay, so you're going to want to keep in for that. All right, don't be a mashugana. And of course, if you want to know your future, if you want to know the future that you're going to, despite what you want to create, what you think you're going to create, blah, 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 you want to know what it's going to be, then you want to follow this right here. Okay. Submit. This is right here how you do it. You just circulate your $25 to PayPal.me/Shango Ray Shango. All right. And then we're gonna take on your question. And we're gonna go deep with it. All right. That is what I said. All right. So let's see here what we got. I'm just popping up on a random time. Fuck it. Let's just see what I'm just gonna pull a general hors d'oeuvre for all 0 of you. Okay. If it fits, you must acquit. What are you showing me? What are you showing me? Hunkily dokily. Yeah. It's funny because, you know, it's the 2 of dicks. Look at me. There's a decision, a definite decision to be made. You know, I look at it kind of like too, like a burn your boats type of situation. Either we drown or we defeat the inhabitants of the island and go back in their boats. You know, so that's what this is. Hey, what's going on, Mr. D? What's happening, brother? What's the word? What's the word in? I assume you're improving in the tucks, right? And you're in the tuckies, right? But yes, today we're going to be concentrating on the future. You want to know your future about a particular area or with a particular thing? The more crisp and precise, the more crisp and precise. It's just like that. All right. Now, if you want to get really immaculate with it and really go deep with the shit, then you want to do this right here. All right. $25 to the PayPal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. But that's the whole theme of this whole fucking show. This is about, do you want to know? Now, the good part is if you don't like what you hear, now you have the option. Okay? It's almost like a what do you call those fucking things probably? It's like a checkup from the neck up. Right? Just hanging out at the okay. You don't have to tell me exactly where, just because, you know, you never know on these internet streets. Privacy is a good thing. Yes, but I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little. It's when you have a psychic hors d'oeuvre, which is a 1-card pull, and it's free, and you get that by putting your goddamn dirty ass emoji hand in the fucking chat. It's going to be future related in some way. I don't know what. I don't know how. Hey, Empress Boo, what is going on? How are you? So good to see you. How's everything? Hey, yeah, I'm not mad. You know, I'm here waiting for you after work, baby. I mean, shit. And I made you something to eat too because I got hungry, so I figured I might as well make the queen something too, you know? Tyra, what is going on, Tyra? Sit yourself down. We're gonna have a little fun here. We're gonna peek through some time. We don't need a CERN machine. This is our CERN machine here. All right. This is our CERN machine. All right. They still can't duplicate that, though they try. So yeah. If you want to know what the fuck is going to happen with you, because actually what I'm doing is not really mystical. I'm going off your energy. Okay. But this theme of this show, I mean, if you did this right here and you want to VIP it tonight, obviously you can ask whatever the fuck you want. I'll honor any question you ask. But I would like to also suggest, if you want to know something about the future, this is a good place to see what the fuck is going on. Do I like it? Do I like where this is going? Cool. Just keep doing what you're doing. Do I not like what I heard? All right, let me make a little pivot. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So we can also start off too with, like I said, psychic hors d'oeuvre is a one-card pool, just a one-card message. My particular for this evening, I am focusing more so on the future. Even though, let me say it again, there's actually no such thing as the future or the past. We all know that, right? But we experience this time thing. So let's play along in it. So if you'd like a psychic hors d'oeuvre, which would be just like a little flash of something future related. Okay? Go ahead and put your hand emoji in there. We'll have some fun. I noticed they take like about 20 minutes to even start to try and get warmed up here on YouTube. YouTube is like a very petty lover. Yeah. Very petty. Very, very petty. But it's all here for you folks. Participate. It'll be fun. You'll love it. And we have somebody here by the name of Tyra. So let us see what you got. Whatever, I have no fucking clue whatever the message is for you, but let's see. It's future related. So why don't you go ahead and just take a nice, relaxing, refreshing breath. Get situated. Make sure your arms and legs ain't crossed. I think you're ready. I hope everybody's well this Friday. I really do. Things are rapidly shifting. I was just telling everybody about the ritual we got coming up on Monday for the fall equinox. And I'm going to share a little bit of stories in a bit, but some things that have been happening as I've been deploying this fucking spiritual tech in my own life, right? So there's been some crazy shit. But let's get to Tyra here. And by the way, this ritual is, like I said, all about being able to receive, because 99% of people don't know how to receive. Whatever it is that they really truly want, the fact that they really want it bad enough, it kind of sets up this field of repulsion. If you think about dating, the one who wants the other the most or more is usually in a not a good position, right? So let's say, even if you are trying to meet somebody, let's say you don't know the person yet, right? But you really want them. You want them. They can sense that shit. And depending, it's even like in a way that they won't understand, it's going to have a repulsive effect. It's like taking the two magnets and you turn one of them around and now they repel each other. That's the type of thing to go on. So we have that going on in our lives. This ritual is going to take that magnet, turn it the other way. So that way we're flowing now. You're going to know how to receive. And you know what? Your own divinity and your own experience is going to teach you so much more, but the ritual is the jump off. All right. And you're going to get plenty of experiences from this ritual that you can just keep parlaying. Consistency builds up your fucking, builds up your skill, builds up your power. All right. And it becomes automated. So don't you want to automate your ability to receive? Well, then you want to check the motherfucking description box. Hey, Tyra, I got you right here. Tyra, what's the message for Tyra? Are you ready? Tyra. Did you know that you will be creating a new income stream? Basically, it's a new income stream. And you know what? I gotta tell you right now, it's in my two fingers. You know what I'm saying? It don't feel bad. It actually feels very good. I think I don't know what else is going on. Just say what? Hold on, wait. I heard something about whatever the fuck this is. Like you have been working on this kind of like for a while, or at least even just the planning idea phase. But now we're seeing execution, execution, execution. And you know what? I think that's a beautiful thing. I really do. Because too many people get stuck in the planning phase. You know why? Because it scares the shit out of people to actually execute, because there's a major chance of fucking what they call failure. You know? So they will do everything else around just fucking pulling the goddamn trigger. You know what I'm saying? I say you're pulling the trigger and you're doing it successfully here too. Now, of course, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to learn to really dial it in. You know, when we start something, there's so much shit we don't know. And the only way that you're really truly going to know is step by step by step. That's how you learn. Like, okay, I thought I wanted to do it like that. Nah, I don't want this shit. I don't want nothing. I want more of this. I want it like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you're gonna be off to a really good start. You're gonna be off to a really good start. Congratulations. Matter of fact, high five. Let's celebrate right now, because that's also a part of receiving. Welcoming. We're welcoming it in, you know, already. Yeah. So my only last word to you as far as this goes is keep doing what the fuck you doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Watch. Now, notice I didn't tell her what it was, because truly, I don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and fucking guess. I'm going to just tell you what I actually get, right? So she might start a business. She might be investing. She might be doing this. She might be doing it. I don't fucking know. But whatever, it's going to be tailor-made just for her, you know? You figured deal me, Tyra. So yeah, congrats. Good work. Now, anybody else on here, if you'd like a message, a one-card message is free. And this one's going to be future related. If you don't like it, now you have the opportunity to hear it. I mean, to change it once you hear it. All right. All you got to do is put your hand in the hand emoji in the chat. Don't everybody rush to the front now. Okay. No running. Slow down. All right. There's 3 people that are going to be joining this fucking live, or maybe one of them's here. I don't know. But they definitely want to know something very specific about the future. And that's why they're going to use this right here. They're going to use their circulation method. And what are they going to circulate? This little $25, right? Where? To PayPal.me/Sean or $Rachel. Gotta keep your arteries clean. It's Friday night, people's out. So anybody else? Or I can talk about some other things right now. Fill up some fucking time. But thank you. I appreciate you, Tyra. You're a good sport. I appreciate you. But yeah, that is how it goes. So if you would like a glimpse, something from the future, and you want it to speak to you right now through one card, you can do that. Oh, hey, Tyra, you're a doll. Please allow me to answer an actual fuck a card. I'm going to give you 7. But I need your question. Think of a question that you'd like. Think of something that you feel may happen or just whatever. It could be in whatever area too, Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's a love situation. Maybe it's something specific with somebody that you want to know the future about. Well, let's look at the alignment of what's going on. Diagnosis. That's what it is. Diagnostic. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. What you say? With my relationship. Okay, baby. All right, so I can keep it is there anything specific about your relationship with Carrie? Or do you just want to see the general outcome of things of your relationship with Carrie? I'll ask that before I start to shuffle or before we begin, just to be sure. Remember, the clarity of your question, clarity equals the clarity of your answer. Fuzzy questions, fuzzy answers. My Empress Wu, I will be right with you. So I'm just waiting on you, Tyra. You just want to general as to what it's going to be with Carrie, or is there something specific? Is there a specific angle or perspective that you want to ask about this relationship with Carrie? And I also understand there's a lag with the chat. Just be's what it is, I'm only Tyra, man. Yes, what, mama? Yes to what? Oh, you're good. You're good. Yes to what, baby? The you just want like a basically? Okay, I got you now. All right. So what I like you to do, again, keep in whatever position that you're in, right? As long as you're comfortable. As long as you're comfortable. Now, what I like you to do, you ready? Okay. I like you to just gaze into, let me get the eye right. Gaze into this eye. Not like you're looking at it, not like you're staring at it. Kind of like you're staring through it. Like you would be at work. And you drift off. And as you're doing that, because you're just relaxing as you look at this eye, more and more, every breath, you're just noticing, damn, chill, right? Go ahead and take a nice, slow, deep breath in from your belly. Just relax your belly, your tummy, and let the air fill up, build all the way to the top. When your lungs are full, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and release that with a sigh. It's important to include the sigh. There's scientific jargon behind that. There are certain sounds that you can make, like ah is really also good for manifestation as well, because it's like a relief, right? And whatever you are pining to manifest, when it does, the first thing that's going to happen is not joy or elation. It's going to be this fucking relief, and then you get the joy or the emotional spike. Okay, so let us see. Hold on. Let me just do a quick wash it. Okay. All right. I like to reset the cards between questions. All right. So what is the outlook for Tyra and her relationship with Carrie? Like, how many people are named Carrie? I feel bad for that dude. Because even if he was like, you know, doing this little thing or some shit like that, there's not many Carries, you know? It's not a name that just like, well, which, what's the name? Which, I don't know, fuck. Which Tyrone? There's tons of Tyrone. All right. With his, based off her particular energy right now, and I'm getting his energy too, because him and the you make a y'all. The relationship becomes its own entity depending on what kind of relationship. I mean, let's get it. What is the trajectory of this relationship? What is the basic in general, based off everything known and unknown, all factors, all facts, no cap. Remember, if you do not like it, now you will have an opportunity to change the energy, you change the outcome. All right. So I'm gonna give you 7 cards here. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Just a moment here. I got your cards right here. I'm gonna show them to you. I'm just looking around here. Okay. You know, based off of what I'm seeing, let me just show you first, and then I'll show you how it does this thing. Okay. Turn them around. All right. So first off, we'll face the light so you can see them. We got the 12 of Swords. Okay. Second of all, we got the 3 of Coins. We have the 4 of Coins. This is kind of in the middle, right? There's 3 on this side. This is the card in the middle, the 6 of Swords. Ah, and she's talking to me, okay? She's talking to me, all right? Then we have the 5 of Coins, followed by... Now here we start getting really futury, all right? 1 of Cups. And then we have the 3 of Dicks reversed. All right. I'm going to just say first and foremost, this is not future. This is just other stuff. But I am also feeling like, then mind you, I don't know the genders and stuff like that. But I feel like this is a dude. And I feel like this dude kind of has your nose open. Also because of just his way. I feel like this dude has like a way about him. You know, I feel like he may even be more of like the quiet type, you know? And let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to address first and foremost, like we're going to look here and we're going to look to the future. All right. So one of the things I feel that is making itself known, if you will, in this relationship is emotional baggage. Okay, emotional baggage. Although I will say this, I feel whatever the situation is between you and Carrie, there's a lot of shit about that that you particularly value, and I feel like that he values, right? So what's important to him, and I'm just saying him, but what's important to him is seemingly kind of like this, like with you in some ways. All right. However, like I said, this guy is extremely hard to like figure out. All right. He's extremely hard. I feel like this guy, and part of the reason sometimes this guy also may, or he just may be kind of like withdrawn at times. It's not that he's so much in and out. He just yeah, he could just seem very withdrawn, which inadvertently, paradoxically, kind of seems to draw you in. All right. Now, this is what I see the arc of your guys' relationship, how I see it going right now. Okay, or where it's going. And for this future, I will say it could be 60 days, it could be 90 days, maybe even a little less. All right. As far as this all taking place. But someone, and I'm getting the feeling it's going to be you. All right. I'm getting the feeling it's going to be you. You're going to start to feel in a way like depleted because it's like you keep investing kind of more into this situation or relationship or friendship or whatever than Carrie is. All right. And when somebody does that, and they're the one doing this, and they're the one kind of doing that, and it's like the more you do, almost like the less they do, it leaves you depleted. Okay, it leaves you depleted. I feel like there may be some times that are challenging for you that are coming up rather soon based on the energy. All right, where you kind of turn to, and granted, there may be other life situations kind of or other things happening which contribute to this too. But I'm also seeing like literally like going into debt and also retail shopping to kind of like a retail therapy, as they say, you know? Alma, ¿qué pasa? All right. Now, after this kind of period of that, it appears, and I honestly am kind of getting the feeling that this is him or the other person. Okay. They're going to kind of try and like come to you. It's not so much an offer, but it's like, let's say we're hanging out, we're messing around or whatever. And, things kind of start going bad between us. And then I'm like, hey, I'll tell you what, I really, really care about you. Let's start over. Let me show you this. So it's kind of like an offer. It's kind of like the same soup, but reheated and re-offered to you. It's like that, right? So it's kind of like an offer, but it's also like it's showing one person in here. Are you still here, Tyra? So I'm giving you your shit. I'm giving you your reading. But yeah, so here is like the offer or the new beginning, or hey, let's try this again, or you know what? I fucked up, but let me show you from here on out, like, yo, I'm cool. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. There you are. See what I'm talking about? YouTube be fucking around, bro. I don't even know. YouTube is on some other shit. Now, the ultimate ending, though, I do see, though, is you being again in a situation where you're like worrying, you're confused. And I feel like there also may be some deceptive types of communication, or you become aware of some deceptive types of communication. Okay. This was like the emotional spike, right? Hey, let's start over again. Let's do this. Let's do that. Hey, you know what? Or if it's the situation where it's like we're kind of messing around, but like I've never actually like showed any cards to you about how I feel about you. And now I finally show you a little bit. So for you, this is like, oh my God, this is like, I've been waiting for it to get here. And this is like the new beginning, you know, that type of thing. But then after that, it seems to be like there's kind of more shenanigans, or I don't want to say shenanigans because, but it could be. It feels like shenanigans, and also you are also kind of like a little bit of a worry for it. If we're going to keep it a buck, like you kind of are, you know, and I don't fault you for it, you know. So this also can be, yeah, it may be something with him, but also sometimes we also have to look at ourselves too, right? And be like, okay, am I just bugging? Am I freaking out right now? Am I about to like make shit way worse for myself? Should I say this? You know, that type of thing. Because we've all been there, you know. But yeah, so ultimately, I feel like in some ways you want some kind of security from this shit. You want to feel emotionally secure in this situation. I don't see that happening. At least and like I said, this is kind of like a forecast for the next like 90 days. So this can happen anytime within these 90 days, you know, but I don't see, I just keep getting from you that you want something. I feel like you want like this kind of like emotional security, certainty. That's what you want. Some kind of certainty about this guy, because this guy is like really hard to place certainty on. That's the feeling I'm getting here from this guy. All right. So I would say also, you know, I don't know if you do retail therapy, or if that's kind of like your go-to, but I would caution you, especially within the next 30, 60, 90 days. It's not really the time to do that, you know. So 6 years in, okay. All right. But based on the future, and you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb here and say I think the emotional baggage, I think y'all both have y'all own sets. Like y'all were taking a trip or a carnival trip or something like that. Like y'all got your own sets, you know. I mean, because most of us most of us do. If you don't think you have any emotional baggage, get in a relationship. If you've just been single for fucking mad long, it's easy to not get mad when there's nobody to get mad at, when you're living in peace. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's fucking with you. Nobody's, you know, doing shit to like vex you and stuff. It's like blood pressure always like, you know? Now you find out what you made of when you in the trenches, when you in a relationship. Yes, I do a lot. Okay. Okay. I hear you, mama. So yeah, you know, you wanna start just paying attention also to, like I said, you want to start paying attention to your thoughts, but I'm not going to make you think like it's all you, because I notice people, they'll be like, oh yeah, but it was me. I was tripping and all this. Meanwhile, that other person was actually doing some shit. So you weren't that fucking crazy. You're not paranoid. What do they say? You're not paranoid if you're actually being followed. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a balance. Yes, there's me, but there's also what is going on over here with this person. 6 years in, that's almost a decade, bro. So y'all have been through some shit. Y'all have been through some shit. But that is what I have for you. Does that make sense for you? Does that make sense to you? And don't worry, you can be perfectly honest, because I'm not worried about it. Because you know why? You will be back and you'll say, you know what, Shango, Papa Shangito, you was right. Unless, of course, if there are aspects of things that I said that you're like, I would prefer not go through that, now is the time for us to, you know, pivot, to kind of shift the energy in those particular spots and areas. If I'm always acting out, flashing on this person, right? I'm going to give you an example. What would I have to believe? Why am I flashing on? Like, what would I have to believe, right? Let's say the person comes in, it's like, obviously you're believing, you got this whole storyline in your head, probably like they was just at some orgy or some shit. You know what I mean? Like our minds are crazy, yo. But I don't want you to think it's just, I do want you to be aware, you know, because I do feel like, you know, it's kind of like you may inadvertently be setting the stage for certain kinds of behavior, right? I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying. An example: someone who's with somebody, right? And let's say they're always accusing that other person of cheating. I mean, pretty much eventually, we all know that that's going to turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know? And then, of course, the person who keeps saying that, when it happens, they're going to say, see, I told you, I knew it. But it's like, nah, it's not like you was prophesying it, my G. You were like, you were creating it. You were setting the stage, you know? Thank you, mommy. I appreciate you, Tara, always. And just in case y'all don't know what that was, Wall of Fame, Wall of Fame, Wall of Fame. All right. Well, mommy, remember, this is your world. As far as you're concerned, from your point of view, I'm just a I'm just an aspect of you, right? I'm just a cameo on your TV show. All right. So you are the director, you're the writer, you're the lead actress, okay, you're the lead star, the protagonist. It's filmmaker talk, okay? You're all of that shit. You're the editor, okay? So you're the goddess. That's what you are, okay? So, woo woo, you still here, mommy? Yes. I don't know if you, before I move on, this just came to. I want you, though, I would suggest, Tyra, that you, because you also got the four of coins. And the four of coins for me is, what do I really fucking want and why? Okay. This is important because you get the what and you get the why. Obviously, you don't even have to worry about the how. The how a lot of times will come to you, right? But what's important about this is and I'm not saying that this is you. I'm just saying this is something for you to do because this is your life. This is your relationship. Is this still something that I want to do? Really, truly, like really, truly examine your motivations. A lot of times we just stop surface level, right? And we don't go any deeper than that. And then we just continue to do the same things. And we're almost like in a fog as to why we're still doing this shit. We got reasons why we're doing it, but these reasons happen to be 14 years old and things have changed since then. So I might check in with myself and realize, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy too if you realize this, but maybe this ain't the thing for me. You know, it requires radical honesty with yourself. Nobody's around to hear. Nobody has to know. This is you and you. And kind of have like a fucking corporate meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we might have to write this nigga off the show. You know, like he might not make it to next season. Who knows? Maybe he is. Maybe it's a mainstay. You know? Woo woo, you still here. If you want to know the future about something in your life, like a specific area, maybe it's finances, maybe it's your career, maybe it's just your love life in general. If you're single, like Tyra, maybe you're in a relationship and you're like, I want to see where this is going based on my energy. So, So this is how you do it. You circulate, and this will come back to you too, 100-fold, to paypal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. Okay. If you'd like a, I don't know where the glimpse is going to come from, what part of your life, but it's just like a little quick flash. It's a one card read. You can put a hand emoji in the chat. It's absolutely free. Woo Woo, are you there? I don't know if you're there. Alma, are you there? Because I'm showing 4 people. Are y'all scared? Y'all don't want to like see what the old Spanish deck is talking about in regards to something? I'm sure you do. Don't be shy. Papa Shonguito does not bite, right? At least initially. Not at first. Maybe nibble. Waiting though. Now 2 have left. They're like, oh my God. Okay, woo, there you go. There you go. All right, cool. Just want to make sure you're still here. I'm going to give you your card now. Go ahead and just relax. You know how we do this. Go ahead and relax. Just take a nice deep breath. Grounding breath, refreshing breath, you know? Man, the breath is so fucking powerful. I just have to say that. You lose access to your resources, your inner resources, right? Maybe you're really smart at something. You ever been like where you're like, you don't study, you got all the information, right? Then you get in the situation and you get like in that deer in the headlight fucking thing going on, right? And it's like you can't remember shit, right? Or however it works, right? I guarantee you in that moment you're not breathing. If you just but fucking breathe, just like let your stomach out. And then of course continue it on up into your chest and just let that out. You'll start seeing the lights come on. But that's also what happens when people get upset and when they get mad. They're not breathing. No. But let's get you your card. What do they call the white people? Haoles, the Hawaiians. That means, what does that mean? That means something like people without breath. Like they don't breathe right, you know. They were probably mouth breathers too that went over there. All right, what is the message for Empress Wu? The Almighty Empress Wu. And you know, I call myself Emperor Go, you know, Shango, Emperor Go, and you have the Empress Wu. So like it's like that. You might as well go for Empress, right? Fuck a king or a queen. What is the message that's future related for Empress Wu? What's the message? Just a second, Will. We've been having kind of some discussions a lot. I think this is because, you know, let's face it, right now, what you're going through, it's like a very long roller coaster, right? Whoa, I need to know what's going on here. Okay, so this is like I said, you may be, I already know, we know from our past conversation, like I said, especially this season, it's going to be, some days you're going to have your good days and you're going to have your bad days, considering, you know, everything that has transpired and the loss that you have had to endure, right? So what I'm seeing here, I'll give you the nutshell of this, okay? Because I really need to, like, if I really want to sit and drill down into this, you know, I want to make sure I say this correctly to you, all right? Accurately. That's the word I was looking for. There's several things. I see you kind of getting into this patch where it's like you're trying to outrun your emotions. All right. Now, this could be through overworking. It kind of feels like, I'm trying to find words for this, like a like avoidance. I even see possible like overworking, right? I've known several people in my life. It's not that they're workaholics, and you know, we look at anyways. They're workaholics because they're trying to run from something, a lot of shit, and eventually it's going to catch up, right? So I do see you. I'm more prone to say it's more so like you're overworking and things of that nature, right? They look legit, right? You're putting in your hours, you're getting your bag, you're this and that, but it's like something. There is something here that I don't feel has really been addressed. And it's kind of like one of them pimples that don't pop when you're a teen. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll come up and it seems to go away, maybe even have a little scar. And then before you know it, what the fuck do you know? It comes right back in the same fucking place. You know, I'm getting this something like this. That's like, I'm trying to explain it by way of this illustration to you, but like, this is what I see. Okay. It's almost as if whatever this is, and I would say this is probably within the next 60 days. I'll say within the next 60 days, but this is some type of a, I guess, like for some reason it's like a, you're denying this, or like, I don't know. I just get a lot of this, like pushing this away, whatever this is. And I don't know if it's related to your father. It could be related to something else. There could also be something that you feel about yourself that is compounded by the situation with your dad, and maybe something else that's contributing to that, right? But whatever this is, that's what I'm getting though. And I just wanted to say, just whatever you do, don't forget to check in with you. And when you do check in with you, just be completely honest with yourself. You know, just keep it. I'm not saying that you don't when you usually do, but I'm just saying it's important from right now to the next maybe 30 to 60 days. Whatever this is, it feels like something maybe major also. This may have been something recursive in your life. Recursive, it comes and it goes, but it comes back and it goes, and it comes back and it goes, you know. But that's what I have for you. And this is what it looked like. You know I love you, Woo. So I want to see you, you know. And that's what I have for you. So I pass it on. Anybody else? If you'd like a one card glimpse, I don't know from what part of your future it's going to be, but it will be. Then you can put your hand emoji in the chat now. I will accommodate you. If, by chance, pray tell, you are ready to ask about a specific area of your life that you would like to know the future, what timeline are you on? It's almost like knowing which expressway you're on. You know which expressway you're on, you know where that expressway is going. Or if you need to get off of it and go on another one, right? Then this is what you want to do. Beep, beep, right there. Circulate that 25. I say circulate because it's going to come back to you exponentially. You can bet on that. And you just circulate that to either paypal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. And you're going to make it good. Empress Wu, can you tell me, I just want to make sure that you received the transmission there. I know you're probably busy doing, I don't know what you do when you get home at this hour. What is it, 12? Probably make something to eat. Are we making something to eat? A little snack? It may even be dinner for all I know. Shit. Okay. And I know that you want a card. So you should really put your hand emoji in the goddamn chat. 2 reasons. It's actually free. No, actually it isn't free because you have to take initiative to actually put your hand in the chat. So I can work with you on this. All right. And number 2, I think it beats, maybe it doesn't. I think it beats just sitting there looking at my face, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Some people, they like that. They're voyeurs. Are you a voyeur? Some people really just, I think we live in a voyeur nation. I think there's more voyeurs than non-voyeurs. Well, fine. We'll just give you something to look at. Work is never finished. All right. Anybody else up on this? Are you ready, finally? Huh? You want to know something about your future? Now, I don't know what area of your life from the future this is going to be from, but I'm going to give you one card pull, but you have to meet me halfway. Got to put that hand emoji into the chat right now. Oh, okay. I really hate this fucking platform. It's called StreamYard. It has a duck. They nickel and it started off cool, man. Like it really did. And now they want to just nickel and fucking dime for everything. Like I want to put the chats on the screen. They charge for that. It's just, I don't know, man. Anybody else? I don't like my work environment. I dare them to call me. I see them. Yeah. Okay. But you know what? Dealing with them though, not dealing with them in a way is very disrespectful to you. So no, dealing with them or whatever it is that accompanies that is respecting yourself. It's loving yourself. It's standing up for yourself. It's honoring yourself. So I just want to put that little bug in your ear. But, you know, I'm always here. So I thank you. I really appreciate you. And I send you clarity and strength. But when you have clarity, you have strength. If you notice that. It's always when we're confused. That confusion, it uses a lot of power. All right. I cook before work. Oh, nice. So your shit's already done when you get home. There you go. Yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah. I just lost my train of thought. Well, all right. Okay, look here. I besides woo woo, because I know you're eating and stuff, and we did our little thing right now. Now there's somebody else here. I don't know who you are, or if it's just YouTube. YouTube be playing with the views too. YouTube's crazy, man. YouTube, act right, mama. Okay, shit. Now, if you'd like a glimpse of your future, I keep sounding like a parrot, but I got to keep doing this because I don't know when people come on and when they come on. So, if you want a glimpse of your future in the form of a one-card read, this read is going to be specifically aimed at your future timeline, whichever one you're on, where you're headed, based on your energy now. You have the opportunity to have the premiere, okay? The Sultan of Psychic Cartomancy. Do it for you for free. And all you gotta do is put your fucking hand emoji in the chat. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, Woo. Just remember that, though. Just remember that. When you look at things like that, oh my God. Because all those little points that we got, they show up in certain ways and in certain forms on the outside that like directly correlate and mirror them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the things that we do to ourselves or that we withhold from ourselves. We will find it being withheld by others on the outside, you know? So Justin is an example, right? If I got to keep eating my words and I got to keep suppressing my shit, it reaches a point. Now, there are some times where it's better to just, it's wiser to just keep my mouth shut, right? But if it's an ongoing condition, such as a job or whatever, then it turns into disrespect. You know, I am now disrespecting myself, whether I realize it or not. That's actually what I'm doing. You know, imagine your child being in the same situation. I know you're not gonna like go crash out on your adult child's work life, but right, let's just imagine your child, right, or you have a child or something. You would protect that. You would stand up for that, you know, and it is imperative that we do it for ourselves, you know. That is the truth. All right, anybody else? Anybody else? YouTube's already sent me warnings because you know how YouTube can like pretty much commandeer the camera on your phone. Commandeer. There's probably a hidden camera inside your fucking smart TV. There is. I guarantee you. They're watching you. All right. So they let me know. I get this email and they're like, look, your viewers, all these females masturbating, just staring at your face. I said, well, what, Lear Cohen, what the fuck you want me to do about this shit? You know, I'm actually trying to give readings. I even be offering free joints, you know what I'm saying? But I guess they got their hands full. I don't know. Such is the life of God. But I chose to come down here. So I asked for it. Could be worse. It could be worse. I'm just it's like, baby, though, I'm trying to do a show. You know, just at least while it's live, like, you know, help me make it liver by participating. And I don't, I mean, and I know because I can hear like bitches already like, I am participating. I'm like, no, let's another kind though. Can you multitask? You know, it may make it even hotter. Okay. I can even like just say your name. What up, prophetess? You late to the party. What are you doing up in North Carolina? Don't tell me you took another nap. Are these solar flares making you take naps and fucking up your sleeping schedule? I was just addressing the females who don't like to ever comment. They just like to lurk and pretty much masturbate while I speak. While they, how you been? I just woke up. Is there? See, that's becoming your schedule now. What time is it over there? 3 something? So what? Are you gonna go to bed about like set? You're gonna go to bed in the daytime, aren't you? I bet you are. I bet you are. Yeah, 3:44. Crazy. Why not just salve it out and like just hold on a little bit longer until you know you're going? Like, why not turn? Why is it a nap and not like bedtime? Here I am. You did. You see me? That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Why are you up this late? I'm like the most nocturnal fucking thing there is. You're crazy. You are crazy. Did you go to bed yesterday to the sun? Now I was asleep. Whoops. Let's do that. Now I was no, I was sleep this time. Okay, but what are you doing up? I got a tip for all of y'all. It's free. I actually got this from Baba Dick Gregory. And I had heard something about this before, but I got to tell you, I've been doing this for about 4 days. And I also have this. I don't know if you can see this. This is a grounding sheet, and that's why it has a cord because it's plugged in. So I sleep with the grounding sheet, but look, sleep with your head pointing north. All right? Your head is to the north. I've always been, yeah, me too. Sleep with your head to the north. I don't know what it is. It has something to do with the magnetism and your cells and all that. But he was like, if you keep waking up at night, sleep with your head to the north. And he was like, every time I go to a hotel, I bring a compass because I always want to know where north is, because that's where I'm gonna lay my head north, you know? And it works, is what I'm saying. The only I woke up yesterday, that's because I had to take a piss, but like, yeah, it works. It really does. I feel the quality has gone up in just the last 4 days. And if you know me, and you already know how that shit, like sleep has not been one of the easiest things, or it's just challenging, you know. Sleep with your head towards the north. That's what you want to do. All right. You're welcome. Now, clean off your glazy fingers and put a hand emoji in the chat if you want a one-card future glimpse of your life. I don't know what area it's going to be from. I don't know what compartment of your life, right? Love, money, career, health, whatever. But if you want to ask a certain question about what timeline you're on, what the fuck's going to happen in the future? Pretty much near future, though. I would say nearer. Then you want to do this, circulate. That's right, you circulate 25 because you don't spend it. When you spend it, it's gone. When you circulate, it returns to the point of origin, which is you, 100-fold. And guess what? PayPal.me/Shango Ray and $Ray Shango. It works. Just like your little doohickey machine. Just like that works. Those work too. Yeah, the glazy fingers. They glazing over here, yo. They glazing. These bitches, so I swear to God, the warriors, you know, prophetess, help me. Like I'm trying to like put on a show and like engage, and they just want to engage with their naughty bits. It's the gift and the curse. The Shangoism. Anyhow. I guess I'm gonna be calling it a night. That's why I said you're kind of late, because if they're acting slow, with the exception of those who engage and stuff, you know, because you know I got love for everybody, even the lurkers. Lurkers should be on it though. Lurkeisha remind me of that one meme where they was like, they show your clit. This is what your clit look like by the 5th time, and it's like, enough. Those are empty gasms, though. Those are empty gasms. It's like only a physical thing, pretty much. You know, you miss that exchange when you got some, you know, living meat and you know, lengua all around that bitch. Like it's a different thing, you know. I get it. These little gizmos and gadgets are pretty impressive, I guess, right? But it's a different thing. I need one. Maybe. And what did you say you have coming up? Uh Oh, we do have a fall ritual. Yes. I'm probably the most excited about that because it's going to revolutionize on a personal level. Because until you like get that you got it, you kind of always think that it's luck, you know. And then you go back to doubting yourself and you go back to whatever. But to live on a plane or to be on a plane where like you're finally free of having to be validated. In other words, ask the simulation, the 3D for permission. Did my magic work? Like it, you know it works. The key is to get it in. That's what I told her. To get it inside. It takes a hell of a. I ain't even gonna lie. It is easy in a way, and it is simple. But at the same time, what makes it so difficult is our conditioning, because most of us got plenty of years of conditioning that, you know, we're always looking outside of us. We're always looking outside of us, right? Did it work? You're always checking your apps. Did I get the money yet? Did I get the money yet? You know, keep checking your phone. Did I get the text? Did I get the text? You know, Like we're always checking for these little signs and little bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It takes a hell of a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna hold you. It takes a hell of a motherfucker to be able to be like, it's done. Really mean it, really feel it, really know it within them every fucking fiber. Like I don't care what it looks like outside. All this is contributing to this. What's going on? Like I already know the future. It's like you went into the future of it's like, you know what? It's like even if I told you, like, let's just say for any one of you, right? Whatever it is that you truly desire there. Let me see here what we got here. Your hands are clean. Yes, they are cleanly. They're virginly. They're pious. How dare you? Do not defile the prophetess's hands and fingers and phalanges. She doth not indulge herself in such lascivious activities. But it takes a hell of a motherfucker because, like, there's going to be that initial. I think we all have an ingrained, it's not ingrained, but it's programmed so far up your wazoo about looking stupid, about being wrong, shit like that. And it causes us to not, it causes, that's what I had coming up though, that I can remember saying, lost my train of thought. Thank you for that though, Tyra. You sent me a little Hail Mary pass. I appreciate that. Yeah, it does. And I'm not saying like, just because you may have or doubt crosses your mind does not mean you're fucking lacking or slacking or failing. It's going to happen because it's natural. And also, just being chill with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like be easy with yourself, like it's gonna happen. It's already done. We get to play it out or experience things moment to moment as if it isn't already done. We get to do that. And you get to be a part of your own shit in that way, you know? But it is already done. But it takes a hell of a motherfucker to like really this is a very consistent illusion, simulation, experience. When you make movies, you shoot it out of order, right? So you might shoot something from like the end of the movie first, and then from all over all the different time points in the movie. So what they have, and they have somebody that works on each movie that is just in charge of continuity. Meaning, if you had a fucking stain on your collar in this scene, and this is supposed to be like we're shooting the last half of that scene, but we're doing it like a half a year later. He or she has to make sure everything is exactly the same. Your hair has to look the same. 6 months is a lot of time. You can get fat as fuck, or you can lose a lot of weight in 6 months. So you have to look the same. All that shit. It's kind of, I don't know what my point of even bringing that was. Oh, but no, but so the illusion is like that. The illusion is very, or the sim is very, very consistent, you know, but it folds under you when you got that. It has to. That's the thing. It has to. It has no choice. It will. It has to. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna let this go. I had fun though. I really did. Lurky. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more engagement next time. Okay. I'm almost feeling offended. Okay. I don't mind. You're just you're gonna have to be quicker. With that. You're just gonna have to be quicker because I need you to engage. I want you to engage. Okay. I want you to engage. But I'm going to get up out of here. Once again, how about this? Last call, all right? If you'd like a glimpse of your future. I don't know in what way and from what. It's just going to be one card. It's absolutely free. Put a hand emoji in the chat. If you want to know your future right now, this is where you're on. You're on this fucking particular highway or stretch of road. This is where it's going. If you want to know where it's going in the context of like whatever area of life that you want, or you have a specific question, future based, what's going to happen here, blah, blah, blah. All this is based on your energy. You can do that. Okay? You can read that. Circulate 25 to PayPal.me/Shumble or $Shumble. Then you would get sound effects. I do. Yeah, that's a sound effect. It's more macaroni-ish than that, though, as we know. It's not. It's like that snap crackle pop. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm allowing time for the lag. You ain't gonna be busting like 3-4 nuts to this, okay? And if after one, you're gonna need to pay me for that shit, okay? I can sit around and just, look godly if you wish for such purposes. But I needs to be, that needs compensation. One is free, okay? 2, 3, 4. That's gonna cost you. All right. Last call. I think they want me to cuss them out, prophetess. People like when I like get what's the word? Obliterate? Not obliterate. Not obliterate. Belligerent. There it is. People love when I get belligerent. They said, "Oh, he's in." Yeah, I'm in the bed. And you're not helping. You're not helping. Oh shit. Ah shit. That's funny. Yeah, well, they're asking for it. They like when I get in their ass, though. Pause. But they like when, I guess there is no pause with that. Because I am referring to bitches, okay? If you got a meat and veg, definitely ain't referring to you. You in the wrong fucking channel for that. There's plenty of others for that. Like, have at it. Have at it. No, this is a channel of pro. This is pro hot pocket channel. We got to deal with the hot pockets. But I'm about to get up out of here because you know what? Y'all just taking way too long. You're taking this way out of control. Are you taking advantage of me? Okay, that's basically what it is. Taking advantage of me. All right. Now, I think I'm gonna go. Prophetess, I bid you adieu. I bid you adieu because I'm about to get out of here. They're going ham. They're going into like overtime hours, overtime rounds. All right. They busted rounds. Wait, what? What? I just felt an energy. Like this bitch is that one bitch on here is having multiples. All right. You definitely need to PayPal or use that fucking Cash App. All right. You will not be taking advantage of me like that. Okay. You will not treat me like some fucking sex toy with hands and feet. All right. You won't do that. Toodles and boodles. Yeah. I'm trying to give some game. I'm trying to and what do they want to do? All right, I'm finna get the fuck out of here. You're gonna have to use your imagination. Take a mental fucking screenshot. All right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They probably, you know what it is? I figured it out. I just figured it out, Prophet. They want me to cuss them out because they like that. If you understand what I'm saying, it kind of gets the juices percolating. Okay. It's like a pork chop. You know what I'm saying? You heat it up, it make its own grease. All right. I'm out of here. Lakeisha, we're going to need to do better. Okay. And I don't mean busting more nuts. Engagement? Or next time, I'm going to cuss you the fuck out. All right. Really cuss you the fuck out. It's building. Just letting you know, my teapot, it's boiling. Okay. It's starting to boil. What? I didn't understand. Oh, you pay. What? Oh my God. What? I don't, you pay. Huh? Oh my God. Yeah. After the first is free. Second's going to cost you. Yeah. Okay. That's how it works, right? Remember, like in every TV show from the 80s, whatever the drug dealer was like, hey, just go ahead. Nah, it's on me. Just take this, And they always come back, you know? Just take this little bump. Yeah, go ahead. Have it. It's on me. It's cool. It's all cool in the game. Shit. Take it. This is that ultra supreme narcotic. All right, I'm out of here. See, this is why I fucks with you, though, prophetess, and that's why you're the prophetess. I probably heard you, to be honest, but when every time I kept, that just popped in my head. Then I started seeing the video. Boom, boom, Lakeisha, go fuck yourself. Oh, wait, you already are. At my expense. My face card's paying the bill. Yeah. Wow. Anyways, I'm gonna be up out of here though. I love you. Love you, prophetess. Woo woo. Tyra, thank you so much. Everybody else. And you know what, Lakeisha, even your little perverted ass. All right. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Go to the description box, join the motherfucking 2025 autumn equinox. This is mine. Reception ritual. All right. What we got here? Come on. I can't fucking scroll. When you say it like that, woo woo, I'm reminded of you. I'm reminded of Menace of Society. You know what I'm saying? The Korean liquor store guy. You pay now. I feel sorry for your mother. All right. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful fucking Saturday morning, y'all. Have a wonderful Saturday. I'll be back later on today. We're gonna do it again, but this time, Lakeisha, I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. I'm gonna make it so you can't come. Okay? You're gonna struggle with it. You're gonna get so close. And then it's like something's gonna go, and you're like, fuck, I gotta start over again. I don't know what it is. All right. You fuck with me. All right. Fuck with me. All right. I'm out of here.